It's Sunday, March 25th, 2026, everybody, and we got some weather to talk about here, especially as we head on into tonight into tomorrow, Thursday, when we have this next potential for some severe thunderstorm that will be dumping some large-sized hail across Indiana, Illinois, and Ohio as we reach tomorrow. Starting to look at this GFS model, where this is showing a cold front behind this low pressure system. This is for 8 p.m. for March 26th, Thursday, and you can see here by 2 p.m. storms is expected to develop during the afternoon and evening hours here. Now, as this storm develops, it will push some cold air down across the Ohio and Indiana as we reach 2 a.m. on March 27, which will be Friday. So we got a lot of weather concern that we're going to talk about here. So let's go. Talking about the temperature anomalies here, this is showing like above average temperature versus below average temperatures. So this is for tomorrow, March 26th, around 2 p.m. And you can see here, we got this big storm, a high pressure system drifting across from the western to the eastern United States, boiling up some heat and moisture over time, potentially bringing temperatures to record-breaking, especially in the desert southwest. Like, look at this desert southwest, guys. They have reached 100 degrees for the first time this year, last week. So this is a huge temperature swing. And look at that. Negatives behind this cold front. We got negatives behind this cold front and positives. Record-breaking temperature ahead of this. And look at how combining this will be. This will be forming a low pressure system which will move along this area, dumping a cold front as it moves more across the Ohio Valley by Thursday night into Friday. And this will cause a firework in the sky. Boom shakalaka. There it is. Thursday night into Friday. This will be a deep, warm, moist air from the Gulf of Mexico versus the cool, dry air from behind. It will be combining, creating some speed and creating some really heavy lift along the Cincinnati and a cold front, which will cause high hail potential across Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio. And to make this better progressive here, look at those temperatures. As we high temperature for tomorrow is going to be way in the upper 80s into the low 90s here. Like 81 in Dallas, we got 80 in Little Rock, even 60s in Ohio, 70 degrees in Cincinnati. So this is a way above average temperature pushing across the like a dome of high pressure system, and this storm will be going around it, making a big circle, which will develop a low pressure system. And like I said earlier, this will develop a big, strong cold front, which will dip across our area, the Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, and the west of the central United States, down to Florida, starting tomorrow night with this big, heavy, severe thunderstorm. So as a result, we're going to see the storm develop, and this will slowly but surely push down into the southern Ohio, right into the central North Carolina and South Carolina as we reach March 28, which is on the Friday. Well, on the Saturday here, and you can see we got cold lake effect snow behind it. So here is, we take a look at our hour by hour forecast here from the HRRR model. This is the radar, which that's not what the radar is going to be showing. This is just the clear example about what's going to happen tomorrow. Started by tomorrow morning, when we have morning clouds and showers here around central and southern Indiana and Ohio. But this will all clear up by 10 a.m. as this during a cool air and a day or during a hot air starting to collide and bolt together as a peak heating hours of the day starts. And you can see from 1 p.m. you can see we got this storm developing across Lake Erie, and it will be pushing the cold front down across the Nova, Ohio, southern Michigan, Nova in Nova, Indiana. And as we reach 7 and 8, there is also going to be like a cap burning above us as well, which will help to burn energy across the lower part of the cap. So that way when the cool air starts at nighttime, this will bubble up like a cap and break through the cap and will create like a huge firework in the sky. This is what's exactly going to happen here around 7 p.m. And then this will be boom developing across Northwest Ohio, Indiana around 9-10 p.m., Central Ohio around 1 a.m. And then this will start up the bit as we reach through Columbus, Pistol, and then we'll eventually move south to Cincinnati by early tomorrow morning. And this will be all the hail by the time we reach tomorrow afternoon. So I think the greatest concern about this at this point will be hail, because hail will be a biggest session. It is hail season right now, so that means the freezing levels is below the threshold here, which happens late winter into the spring months. And that means that hail will make it easier for hail to come down, creating some small to occasionally very large hail. And this is what we're watching here tomorrow. We're also watching wind speed as well with the cool air and with the warm front that may create EF2 tornadoes especially across Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio with the supercell. And then this will be like a literal wind front. Now the reason why it's not developing like it should be over Lake Erie is because it's a cold lake. We just have a hard winter and lakes is really cold, so even though it's coming from the north, our lake is not capable of producing strong winds because there isn't much friction, there isn't much more air to get stuck up with. But if this would have been fall, this would have been a whole different situation. This would have been very likely close or even greater than the August of 2023 storm, which 2024 storm which snap across Ohio, snapping down multiple trees. That's not gonna be like this because it will happen during the springtime hours. So, but as the time to get us out of the hail here, this will bring in cool, dry air over our area for like a couple of days here. So here's the take a look at the GFS model and questioning what's going to be happening next. Well, we're going to get really cold air, but then look at how we reach early next week into the end of March. We got this warm air which will be bubbling up across central and eastern United States. And look at the western United States. See the showers and some thunderstorms there? That will create a really cold negative PNA which will force all the warm air up, and this will slowly but surely set the stage up for some fireworks in the sky, more severe weather as we reach early April. We got this cold front coming through, and we may get a snowstorm across the northeast, which take that as we grain of salt. Sorry I can't talk as much, but I got 3 canker sores in my mouth, and it is really painful to talk, so this is just sucks. So that's why, and then you can see here by April 8th, we're going to get another storm system, so buckle up guys. The western March into the first few weeks of April is going to get wild with some more severe weather, more tornado, more hail, more wind. It's going to get wild, so buckle up. And with that, let's look at the storm prediction center here for day 2, which is tomorrow, and showing you what we got. So we got this enhanced winds of severe weather across Illinois, Indiana, and Ohio, with a slight wind span across Cleveland and Springfield, and with a moderate wind spread all across Pittsburgh and Cincinnati. So tornado is going to be not a big top priority, but we got wind and hail. And don't forget, this looks different because the Storm Prediction Center did change it up a bit. So, but I think hail will be a really strong risk along with some wind threats. So, and with that, here's the above average temperature, and you can see above average along with near to below average temperature to the west. This will create fireworks in the sky right over there. So, with some flooding, rain, and some severe weather over the next couple weeks. So, with that, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit and subscribe. I will see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Whoop.